Good afternoon, everyone. Before I call this session this afternoon, may I please just ask everyone to stand up for a moment of silence. Thank you. For the viewing public, today is our fourth regular session, and this is no, it's an emergency session, and I'm calling this today under fourth regular session to order. And at this time, I would like to recognize the clerk to effectuate or call the roll call to approve the emergency session and also to effectuate the required quorum for the emergency session. But before we do the roll call, just for the viewing public, we are also live on cable channel 23. Also, we are streaming on YouTube channel for the legislature, and we are sharing the link on our Facebook page. Clerk, please call the roll.
Excuse me, Madam President. Could I ask for a short recess before?
Short recess, please.
Thank you.
We are back from recess, a short recess, and for a point of clarification, to restate the emergency meeting this afternoon is to report on Conference Committee Report number 2301 on House Bill number 23-31, HS1, SS2, CCS1. Clerk, please call the roll for the approval of this emergency session this afternoon.
Senator Bagalta,
Yes.
Senator Cruz,
Yes.
Madam President,
Yes?
Senator Hofschneider, Senator King Neighbors,
Yes.
Senator Magofnia,
Hungan.
Senator Manglonia McDonald,
Yes.
Senator Manglonia Paul,
Yes.
Senator Mindiola,
Yes.
Madam President, all 9 members are present.
Thank you, Clerk. With all 9 members voting yes for this emergency session this afternoon, we have established the necessary quorum to call for this emergency session, and may the record reflect also that Senator Paul is joining us via Zoom from the island of Rhoda. Thank you, Senator, for coming in on Rhoda.
Thank you.
Now, moving on the agenda for this afternoon, we are down to item B for public comment. It's open now for any public comment, specifically on the agenda item for today. Anybody? There's no public comment. We are officially closing that section of the agenda. Item C, reading and approval of the journal. Floor leader.
Thank you, Madam President. We have none.
Thank you, floor leader. Messages from the governor, there is none. Communications from the judiciary, there is none. Communications from the heads of executive departments, there is none. Communications from the House, none. Communications from the Senate, none. Communications from Washington delegate, none. Unfinished business on item J, there's none. Item K, pre-filed bills, initiatives, local bills, and resolutions. Floor leader.
Thank you, Madam President. We have none.
Thank you, floor leader. Item L, introduction of bills, initiatives, local bills, and resolutions. Floor leader.
Thank you, Madam President. We have none.
Thank you, floor leader. Item M, reports on standing committees. Floor leader.
Thank you, Madam President. We have none.
Thank you. And now moving on to item N, reports of special conference committee. I now recognize the floor leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I move to adopt Conference Committee Report number 23-01, Joint Conference Committee reporting on HB number 23-31, HS1, SS2, CCS1, to repeal and reenact Public Law 22-22 in order to make revised appropriations for the operations and activities of the government of the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands, its agencies, instrumentalities, and independent programs, and to provide revised budget authority for government corporations for the fiscal year 2023 and for other purposes. So,
There is a motion to adopt and approve Conference Committee Report number 2301, reporting on House Bill number 23-31, HS1, SS2, CCS1, and it has been seconded. This time, I will open the floor for any comments.
Just to briefly go over some of the major changes that the conference committee adopted was to move 225 that was initially 225,000 that was initially allocated to Tinian to take care of the customs personnel on Rhoda and Tinian, and that would be to bring them to full-time status or 80-hour work week, and then the remaining funds will be moved to the medical referral program, provided that the no less than 50,000 shall be used for inter-island medical referral needs, particularly stipends if the stipends is still being offered to off-island medical referral patients. But just that this was in no way trying to deprive Tinian of any local funds, but we did get clarification from Secretary of Finance that they do have additional funds that they were made aware of within the past 2 days that they can tap into to address operational needs. And so with that, the committee had decided to allow Tinian the opportunity to employ 10 additional FTEs, which is not funded in this act, but because of the additional funds that they were made aware of, they can use that to take care of their needs. But I do want to point out that we did add the funds to the Rhoda and Tinian Customs because, as we've seen from the Fiscal Affairs Committee, Rhoda and Tinian seem to have been left out from a lot of the decisions that were made to law enforcement Saipan, and so we're just in the fairness of equity, or in the spirit of equity, we applied the same principle to Rhoda and Tinian law enforcement personnel. Additionally, the committee agreed that we will list back all these positions, all these FTEs that we approved that won't be funded, so that the agencies can address these FTEs through additional funds through other sources of revenue, mainly grants or should there be excess personnel costs. Additionally, the same principle in regards to Saipan, Rhoda, and Tinian being left out, we added a provision under the Department of Public Lands that they will also apply that same MOU to Rhoda and Tinian Parks and Recs employees that were not addressed or were not part of the MOU between Saipan, Parks and Recs, and DPL. And so with that, Madam President, the committee, with the help of the Senate Fiscal Affairs, LA's Devin and Jolin, Council Bermudez, IT, and our Sergeant at Arms, the committee appreciates all their assistance with this product. And if members have any questions, and our fiscal analyst, Dave, thank you very much. If members have any questions pertaining to the actions taken by the conferees, I'd be more than happy to address that. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Mangloña. Any other comments from the members? Recognize Senator Cruz.
Thank you, Madam President. Just to clarify, on page 5, I understand that the FEMS and DPS are also not in 100%. That's why the conference will put out 100%, because it was stated here to be used to restore salaries or personnel. I understand that DPS it's not 80 hours, it's 86, and the FEMS is 100 and plus hours. So that's just clarification. No, the wording that they put here, the 72,000 to be used to restore the salaries of personnel at 100%, meaning the 86 hours and the 100 and I think 106 hours for the defense. Is that what it is? The 100%?
Recognize Senator Donna Mangloña, please.
Thank you, Madam President. Yes, Senator Cruz, that is correct. And that's why we didn't put the hours, unlike the customs at 80 hours. DPS and DFEMs are at a different regular hour schedule, and so that's why we use the term 100%. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice President, and thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Senator Cruz and Senator Mangloña. Any other comments from the members? Members? Senator Paul, do you have any comments? Just a moment, please. Senator Paul?
Thank you, Madam President. No comment. Ready for the question.
Okay, thank you. Just for me briefly, members, I do want to express my appreciation to the Senate team for your hard work. It's been a very long process. We've been addressing this from the beginning of the administration. We've been having numerous meetings on a weekly basis. A lot of analytical work has gone into this as well to produce the final product between the House and the Senate team. And a big thank you to our fiscal analyst, David Demapan, for working through the day, through the weekend, through the night. A lot of conversation with myself, meeting even after work to make sure that we address this crisis that we are addressing today, and we can move forward the government of the Commonwealth so that we can start focusing on the bigger issues that is affecting our islands. So my deepest appreciation to everybody for your hard work, and thank you so much for having the final product in agreement with the House members. We're ready for the vote. Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Babalta,
Hungan.
Senator Cruz.
Yes.
Senator Hofschneider,
Good.
Senator King Neighbors.
Yes.
Senator Magufnia,
Hungan.
Senator Manglonia Donald,
Yes.
Senator Manglonia Paul,
Yes.
Senator Mindiola,
Yes.
Madam President,
Yes.
Madam President, all 9 members voting yes.
With all 9 members voting yes on House Bill number 23-31, HS1, SS2, CCS1 hereby passes the Senate. Moving on the agenda on item O, resolution calendar. Floor leader.
Thank you, Madam President. We have none.
Thank you, floor leader. On bill calendar, floor leader.
Thank you, Madam President. We have none.
Thank you. On item Q, petitions, memorials, and miscellaneous communications, there is none. Item R on the agenda for this afternoon under announcements. Any announcements from the members? None? Floor leader, motion for the adjournment of the session.
Thank you, Madam President. I move to adjourn this meeting subject to the call of the President.
Thank you. There's a motion to adjourn this meeting and has been seconded. All those in favor say aye. Nays?
Aye.
Thank you, Senator Paul. This session is hereby adjourned. Thank you, senators.